Hello everyone and welcome to the latest episode of the Sonic Frontiers Starfall Tournament. This is our What If series where we take a look at what would happen in the events of Sonic Frontiers if the End used a tournament to set itself free from its cyberspace prison. So far we've almost seen all of the matches for the second round of the tournament, so we're going to be wrapping up those that remain. I hope you enjoy. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please leave a like and a comment down below to let me know. And if you want to help support this series, please share it around with those you think will be interested so that conversation around this can grow. Without further ado, let's get into it. As the remaining participants wait their turn by the edge of the arena, there is a macabre atmosphere in the air, a foreboding feeling, for each and every remaining contender fully understands it won't be long before their next match will be called. And as more and more people dwindle, the likelihood that their opponent might be too much for them increases. Though not everyone has the mental maturity to completely consider these factors, as a boisterous stretch and obnoxious attention seeking from a certain green Tenric ignites anew.
Now that was some fight! It's a shame that creepy guy keeps disappearing somewhere. Seems like the only one interesting left around. I just can't wait until it's my turn again.
On a similar wavelength, the Zetty Zaz also joins in.
Yeah, I'm ready to cause some mayhem. Where's my turn already?
His leader, Zavok, places a hand to his forehead.
Get a grip, Zaz. One way or another, you will be fighting again. Show a little patience in this matter. And pray that you will not be fighting against me.
Zaz gives an uncharacteristically shy gulp as he hears that threat from Zavok. Though he doesn't need to worry, because the End proceeds to announce the next fight will be between Zaz and Wave. The sides of Zaz's lips perk up in a devilish grin.
Oh yeah, looks like it's my turn. I can't believe I'm fighting that though. Tell me, do you squawk or scream?
Wave's face is frozen in fear as she wonders to herself, how did it even come to this? Is she seriously going against a maniac that defeated Jet? What's she going to be able to do that he couldn't? This creature is crazy and strong and can fly with his moon mech. At the same time, it's not as if she's got much of a choice.
Looks like someone's feeling scared.
Zavok puts a hand on Zaz.
Calm yourself. Get into the arena. You'll have your fun once the fight begins. Yes, Zavok. Right away.
And the underling eagerly carries his moon mech onto the arena and awaits. Zavok strolls towards Wave.
You must get into the arena.
Well, maybe I'll just forfeit. Hearing this, Zavok leans down to become eye level with Wave.
Don't even think about it. Either you get into that arena, or I'll break you here.
Pressured and fearful, Wave hops onto the arena herself.
You took your time, but now I'm gonna enjoy mine. Prepare for a beatdown.
Oh, brother. The fight commences as both challengers get onto their vehicles, the moon mech opening its eyes and chomping away whilst Wave raises off the ground on her extreme gear. They charge headfirst towards one another, excitement in Zaz's eyes.
Here we go.
But just as they're about to collide, Wave dives upwards and creates a jet stream tornado behind her, spinning Zaz around, forcing him to grab onto the mech with his hands to stop himself falling off of it.
Not more tricks.
Sorry, unlike Jet, I'm not going to be taking part in any challenges of pride. Wave remarks as she banks around in the sky, positioning herself away and above Zaz, keeping him in view. Based on what she saw him do in the previous round, she's extremely cautious of getting anywhere near him. Zaz, obviously, is only thinking about causing as much destruction as he can, and so he immediately charges back towards Wave. No strategy, no tactic, just attack. Wave very much expected this from the Zeti, so instead of meeting him head on, she decides to continue flying as far around him as she can, avoiding getting trapped in a corner of the arena. And as she does, she laces many small tornadoes behind her, littering the airspace with twirling hazards that Zaz mostly is not successful in avoiding.
Oh, come on!
All of these hurdles grant Wave more time to assess her situation. She's been able to see the moon mech up close now that she's against it in the arena, but she also has the data from its match against Jet. And she's got a solid idea on how the machine might function, based on some of her educated guesses. The issue is externally there doesn't seem to be any access points. It's clearly operated by some kind of link between the Zeti itself. It would make it hard for her to deconstruct it on the fly. As such, she grabs a small device from the underside of her necklace and attaches it to the side of her spanner. Looks like I'll be doing this the old-fashioned way. Az's face is almost changing from purple to red with frustration as he passes through the last of the tornadoes left behind.
I'm gonna make you regret.
Up here, short fuse!
Huh?
Zaz looks up to see Wave diving down at him.
Finally!
Getting pumped, Zaz prepares to meet Wave head on. Seems like she's finally got some sense. However, she's coming down holding a giant spanner.
So you're bringing a weapon into this now, huh?
But Wave is not intending to fight him in hand-to-hand combat and throws the spanner. Catch! Zaz can't help but smirk.
That's nothing.
And the moon mech opens wide, chomping down on the spanner. Metal against metal as a strange crunching sound echoes from inside. But Wave smiles. I knew you'd fall for that.
Fall for what?
And the moon mech explodes. One of the eyes spring out of the socket. It loses altitude, smoke's puming out from the inside, and it drops down onto the arena, cracking open and sending Zaz face first onto the floor. Over on the side of the arena, Xena can't help but disapprove of the fight. What a joke. Zaz is once again toying with his food. Never gets a job done right. Savok doesn't join in, but he does seem displeased as he grumbles. Back on stage, Zaz slams his fist into the ground.
You're really getting on my nerves.
And he looks up to see Wave on her hoverboard, except she's not standing on it. She's sat on it, legs crossed over, leaning back, looking into the sky.
What are you playing at?
Huh? Oh, yes. You. I'm not really going to fight you anymore. Sorry.
What? What do you mean you're not going to fight? We're here to fight. This is all about fighting.
Yeah, well, I really like that rule stipulation. If I don't fight, we just both get captured. It seems like that's going to happen one way or the other. I'd rather do it in one piece.
What? You...
Zaz loses it.
That's it. I've had enough. Get down here.
And points his fingers towards his forehead. Wave's hoverboard begins to shake as she grips the sides. What? And it nosedives straight down into the stone slabs of the arena's surface, breaking as Wave falls face first onto the floor. Zaz strolls towards her, looming over her figure as she clutches her head, unaware of how close he's gotten.
I'm gonna mess you up.
Before she can do anything, Zaz kicks Wave in the head, toppling her over and breaking her glasses. He jumps on top of her and starts clawing at her with his deadly hands. She calls out in pain, but he doesn't allow her a moment to breathe as she picks her up and drops her on his knee. Then he grabs her by the feet and spins her around, allowing her head to drag across the floor as he lets go, throwing her into the barrier that shocks her. As she drops back onto the ground, he once again charges forward and jabs her with the side of his horn. A pained gasp leaves Wave's beak, and then she stops responding to anything he does. Noticing that Wave has gone quiet, Zaz stops.
Oh, what? Broken already?
She doesn't respond. Wave lies beaten, bruised, her clothing has been torn, and she is very much unconscious. Cream and Cheese have covered their eyes and are trembling from the sounds. Everyone else just watches on. Zaz turns towards his fellow Zeti, holding out his hands apologetically towards Wave.
Sorry about the mess.
Wave's body fades away, and the match is over. Zaz picks up his mech and leaps towards his fellow Zeti. In one go, he lands beside them.
Well done, Zaz. That demonstration should remind everybody just who they're dealing with. Thanks, boss. I can't believe she busted my ride, though. What am I gonna do about it? How am I gonna fix it here?
Well, maybe if you just finished her off straight away, this wouldn't have been a problem for you.
Oh, shut up. You're such a killjoy. A wand, nah.
Elsewhere on her own, Surge is even more pumped for her next fight.
Yeah, that was some action! Finally! This is more my style! Looks like we've got tough customers left, but none of them are going to be as tough as me.
The end announces the next match. It will be between Xena and Cream. Hearing this, Cream takes a sharp breath and looks across the stage to see Xena. She gives Cream a sly smile. They have history before, and it wasn't pleasant the last time. Over towards the Zeti, Xena expresses her excitement.
This whole tournament's been nothing but a waste of my time, but getting to squash that stupid little brat might make this worthwhile.
Looking to even the score, are we?
Nothing to even out. I'm just gonna make sure she regrets ever facing me.
So you're saying you're gonna mess her?
Yes, Zaz, I'm going to ruin her.
And she jumps onto the arena, strutting towards Cream.
Get up here, brat. I've seen enough of your tears already. How about we see some of that blood?
Cream is trying to put a brave face on, but this whole tournament has been psychologically traumatic for the young rabbit. She's seen most of her friends get ferried away to some sort of a prison, normally in a brutal fashion. She just witnessed what Zaz did to Wave, and the last time she battled Xena, it wasn't exactly a pleasant experience. But despite the genuine fear both Cream and Cheese face, they have a strong will, a powerful soul, and they resolve to do their best anyway, as they, sniffling, head towards the arena. Shadow stands a bit to the side of Cream, and as he watches the young rabbit head towards the Zeti, he can't get the image of what Zaz just did out of his head. Cream. She turns around as Shadow calls his name. Her eyes have welled with tears. You've done well. Huh? He immediately teleports in front of Cream and sucker punches her in the gut, expelling all the air from her lungs as she begins to pass out. He looks down as she falls atop his fist. Leave them to me. And then Shadow throws Cream onto the arena before she fully passes out. Cheese becomes furious and charges towards Shadow. He grabs the Chow in his grasp and looks to him. Think, Cheese. Would you rather she faced me? And then he turns Cheese around to look at the Zeti. Or her. Cheese's arms droop down, and he slowly flies towards Cream, hugging her head. Before Xena gets to do anything, Cream's already beginning to fade away. She looks to Shadow, annoyed. Whatever! And flicks her hair around as she struts back towards the Zeti. Well, 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 it seems even this late into the game, we can still have some unexpected twists and turns. With the conclusion of that match, as brief as it may have been, we are now at the end of the second round for the Starfall tournaments. Things are coming to a head, so next time we're going to witness the beginning of the end, so to speak. I hope you enjoyed this video, as well as the series at large so far. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and if you'd like to support my work here, please share the video around so that others may join in on the fun. With all that said and done though, thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope you have a great day and to see you next time. This is the Mighty Emperor, signing off.